The title is Never Ending Improvement. The reason for this is that I believe that this is just the beginning and I still have a lot left to achieve and a lot left to improve because in no way am I the perfect leader right now. And I have to continue to look at myself in ways in which I could become better. Also, my name is Scarlett Nunez, and I really enjoyed having Miss Page as my coach. My goal at the beginning was to become a better leader, but I soon realized that that was too complex. So I broke it down into two more goals. The first one was to no longer let the possibility of failure restrict me. The reason for this is that I realized that a lot of times I was holding back simply because there was a chance of failing. And I believe, just as the picture shows, that failure and success were two different routes, that they did not meet, and that if you either failed or succeed. And I soon realized that that wasn't the case. Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed. So I've been working more on not being afraid of taking risk. Then number two was no longer be afraid of stepping up to become a leader. I realized this, I didn't know it before, but I realized that I was simply sometimes afraid of becoming the leader in the group because I was afraid that someone would call me, would feel that I was too overwhelming. And I got over this one time when someone actually called me bossy. And I realized that I had not done anything wrong. And I talked to them. And I talked to my group, and they agreed. They said that they actually liked that I organized the group. Because being a leader is not just about telling people what to do, it's about listening to others and taking everything into consideration and organizing the group according to that. It is important to explain that the Bryan School has a program called Bryan Gold that rewards students with points depending on the event that they attend and how many events they attend and the level associated with the event. Therefore, different events may be worth more than others. As a result, in the beginning, I wrongly attended events based on the points associated rather than what the event itself was about. However, thankfully, I now attend events, even virtual ones, simply because I want to continue to improve, even if they don't have any points at all associated with them. For instance, this image shows me at a webinar that I actually put an error, white error pointed at myself, and I simply attended it because I wanted to learn more and not because I was going to be rewarded with points. Consequently, I learned that you should never expect immediate rewards from simply improving yourself, especially. So, in a way, for me, the points rewarded by the Bright and Gold system were an immediate reward for me simply attending an event. And now, thankfully, I attend events even just because I want to, and just because I want to continue to improve for myself, not for some points. Unfortunately, I only got to volunteer with Junior Achievement a few hours this year, but just to volunteer in those few hours, I learned that first of all, you can learn something valuable from everyone. So I actually wasn't expecting to learn that lesson that day just because as a volunteer, I was expected to simply go teach a classroom of fifth graders about financial literacy, market demand, taxes, elasticity, things like that. Things that you will. I at first I believed that it was a way too complex topic for fifth graders, but I soon realized that it wasn't at all. They were really participant and really trying to understand everything, which is something that made me really happy and taught me that you should never believe that any topic is too complex for you, that you should never believe any challenge is too big for you. You should always try your best to achieve it. The other thing that I learned is that when you help others, you also help yourself in a way. So the way I learned this is that that day I was expected to teach them for like 4 hours, which was really challenging because I think I found a new appreciation for teachers just because I realized how hard it is to stand up there and teach, not just talk, but actually teach. Because like with teaching, you have to make sure that your students follow you and they understand what you're teaching, what you're talking about, and they actually grasp that concept, which is kind of hard once we're up there in front of the classroom. And also the picture that it's here in the slide, I actually put an arrow pointing at me, but it's from the day that I went to volunteer. And I'm along with a group from Beta Gamma Sigma, a group at the Bryan School. We all went together, and that was a really fantastic day. My most important motivation is to not only bring the best out of myself but also out of others. The way I realized this was my motivation at the moment is when I joined MLT, which is a program that helps sophomores, well, minority sophomores, secure an internship for their juniors summer and eventually a full-time offer. But the way I came to this mainly was because once I joined, I realized that I was the only UNCG student there, which made me just really sad and disappointed, just because I know that here at UNCG, there are students that are just as good as me or even better. So it's not that don't have the capability of being in the program, and but maybe they just don't know about it. As a result, I want to hopefully get the word out about the different opportunities out there for the future sophomores or next year. Therefore, as you can see in this picture, it shows that both of the little figures are hanging out by one hand, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't consider our fellow UNCG peers as competition, but rather help them because only together we can both hopefully succeed and help each other find out about the different opportunities out there because we're not competing with each other here at UNCG but rather competing against the entire globe of like students coming out of college the same year we are, just because of how interconnected we are. My main goal for the future at the moment is to help other students like me, or maybe even younger students that are coming up, the upcoming generations, to be aware of the opportunities so that they actually have the chance to apply for them and actually have the chance to reap the benefits of such opportunities. As a result, at the moment, my goal for the near future is to establish a chapter of the Association of Latino Professionals for America here at UNCG because by joining the MLT group, I realized that a lot of them had found out about so many wonderful programs through that association or through different chapters that target minority students. That way, I can hopefully reach out to different students and make them aware of the opportunities that are out there so that we can help them improve their chances of getting the internship of their dreams and maybe the job of their dreams. As it says here in the slide. And as you can see, the picture is simply the logo of the chapter because I want that's right now my ultimate goal right now for the future because I believe if I truly concentrate on that goal, it'll be more likely that it occurs.